Steve, what were your initial thoughts of that game, particularly execution down the stretch of the game?
Well, our execution in the fourth quarter was actually good. We just had, we had a turnover. We scored 30 points in the fourth against a really good defensive team. So don't dwell on one play. We lost the game because we fouled. 3 huge fouls, undisciplined fouls in the last 3.5 minutes of the game. That's the story of the game. And that's without watching the film.
Dan Savage, OrlandoMagic.com.
Cliff, you talked early on about having to move their bigs and stick with the offensive game plan to make things easier on your defense. But how'd you feel about your team's defensive effort, even when things weren't going well?
After the first quarter, our offense was good enough to win. After the first quarter, we started off sluggishly. We took dumb shots. Last 3 quarters, we were very purposeful.
Christos Saltis.
Hello, Coach. I would like to ask you, how would you explain the 24 turnovers of tonight's game, and also what it means the response on fourth quarter about your team, because you made a great run and you take a lead during the fourth quarter. How explain?
We only had 12 turnovers. You say 24? We only had 12 turnovers in the game, which against a team like that's not bad. And we fought hard. Look, we had chances in the fourth quarter again. When you look back on it, there was a bang play where we didn't get the call, which easily could have been a charge call, and we fouled. I mean, 1 foul with like 3 on the shot clock, and then a foul, which you just can't do, fighting for position in a post. So, again, the difference in the game was the free throw shooting.
Dan Savage, OrlandoMagic.com.
Cliff, how'd you feel about Aaron's effort today? He seemed to be trying to manufacture offense, both attacking the rack, getting rebounds, and with some defensive effort plays as well.
I thought he played a really intense all-around game. I mean, he had 17 rebounds. Vooch had 14. I thought our big guys were in there. Kim had 7 against a team that's big and physical, and they fought out. We got to get our perimeter guys involved in that more. We're going to have to be a dominant rebounding team. That's going to have to become a strength. And right now, our bigs are doing their part, and our perimeter guys are picking and choosing when they want to get involved. But I thought AG, his effort was great. He did a really good job on Randall, who's obviously a handful. And, obviously right now we're asking a lot for him, and he's up for it.
Josh Robbins, The Athletic.
Steve, it seemed like in the first 3 quarters, your team had a lot of frustration not seeing the ball go through the hoop. But how well did your guys battle through that frustration and at times almost kind of fuel them in a way?
Well, that part of it to me was a real strength. We hung in there. Look, they're hard to play against. The game was physical. We weren't making shots. Shots aren't easy to get. And yet we stayed with the defense, and that's what we're going to have to do. Again, I mean, before watching the film, what it's going to get back to is it's the fouling. You can't foul like that. I mean, it's just they shot 34 free throws. We shot 16, and the referees did a good job. We fouled. We're fouling. We're slapping down, and just it's undisciplined, unintelligent basketball. Nothing worse you can do than put somebody at the free throw line.
Any final questions for Coach Clifford?
Thank you.
Thank you, Cliff.